This right here is one of those deep thought videos, and just a question I have to ask. The box community, a lot of people, may get offended and don't give a fuck. Just talk. Ask for y'all opinion once again. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow back with the boxing clan. What I'm talking about today is why is it that black Americans can't support black fighters without getting heckled on threads, boxing groups, YouTube, whatever it is. You post something about Floyd Mayweather, you're a Flomo. It could be your first post in 10 years about Floyd or your 30th post, in a week about Floyd. You're a Flomo. But Pacquiao fans, I'm just using this as an example. I'm not saying this to be 100% true, but this is true. This particular one is true right here. Pacquiao fans will post all day about him, make excuses all day, but when it boiled down to what it boiled down to, he got his ass whooped. He was a lovable loser, But I'm not understanding why can't black fight fans in America support other black fighters? Because we know the white fight fans, the majority of them, don't support the black fighters. Because the white casual fan, not saying it, no, fuck that. The white hardcore fan makes up the majority of the hardcore fan base in America, in my opinion, when you come to boxing. And we don't always get those vote of confidence. Now, a guy like Crawford has a lot of fans across America. I think he's one of the few black fighters that don't have that many haters or naysayers. Amongst, UK fans, white fans, black fans, you know what I'm saying? UK fans really don't hate. They will take an American fight fan in and support them just like they support their own. If he's legit, he's legit. If an American come over there and whoop their guy, they gonna support their guy, and then and then we got a new fan from the UK. UK fans are usually the most thoroughest fans in the sport of boxing, and I must say that. But when Mexicans support Mexicans, it's not an issue. When Puerto Ricans tell us how good Felix Verdejo is, and he hasn't showed shit so far in his career, but get injured and be lackluster, we gotta sit here and hear y'all shove him down our throat. Which a lot of, I like Felix Verdejo. I'm the one that picked him to beat Terry Flanagan. And potentially, that could be his over the hump fight. But I'm just giving examples here. But the minute a black person says something, oh, I like Deontay Wilder, you hear somebody else say, oh, he stinks, he sucks, fuck him. Oh, you a Deontay Wilder nut hugger. Boy, I can't support my fellow brother. Is that what society thinks, that black people shouldn't support black people? Is that what you see on the news? Because that's what you see. Black people fighting amongst other black people. Black people not supporting black businesses. But there are people that do that. There's a lot of black people that do that. But sometimes black people make it hard for you to support them. When you're talking about everyday struggles and black businesses open up early, open up late, close early. That's what they say. But in the boxing world, we're talking about a whole totally different thing. You have to not show any favoritism or any bias at all when you're in your usual boxing group, your boxing thread, and you're a black person and you can't fully support a black fighter the way you want to be. You want to support him without getting into an argument or a senseless debate. You're not supposed to support each other, huh? We're not supposed to. But Mexicans support Mexicans, Russians support Russians, UK guys support their guys, Canadians support their guys to the 100%. They don't care if it's Adonis Stevenson, John Pascal, David Lemieux, Lucien Boutte, Montreal Bell Center, wherever they fighting, it fills up. It fills up. But you're talking about supporting these fighters, but it's always harder to get to the top for a black fighter in the sport of boxing. It's always an uphill battle for us. It's always a Mount Everest climb while y'all climbing on the roof of a home. And it ain't supposed to be easy, though. It's not supposed to be. But it shouldn't be that hard to have Americans get behind these black athletes. And you be like, oh, what made you speak on this? I've been wanting to speak on this for a while. But since there's no breaking boxing news, I do these videos like this. But what really brought this to my attention and got me back on that tip was the reporter that asked Deontay Wilder why he's not getting supported by the black fans. And that's not just go for Deontay Wilder. Floyd got support based on being the villain. A lot of black people don't like Floyd because it's a crab in a barrel mentality. That they don't want to see another guy that's flashy, that got what they want and got something they can't get. That's just how black people think. Some of them. I can't generalize them all with one statement. You know, or I don't like him, or he did this. And nobody's perfect inside or outside the ring. But I most definitely think that black people shouldn't have to hide their bias towards guys, or shouldn't have to go through the fire to support their guys. They should be open. They should be absolutely openly able to support these guys or any other fighter they want to support that's of the same ilk or the same color as them. It shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't be, oh, I like Andre Ward. I think he number one. Oh, you just like him because he black. He mixed anyway. It's the Irish side of him. You can't believe how much ignorant shit I've heard. You know, over the last, even before I started this channel, before I have my own channel, before I was with Colossal Boxing Talk, before I did other things and guest starred on or guest hosted on people's shows and drop knowledge. You know, you won't believe the things that I've heard say. You know, as soon as one day I posted a Floyd post in one of the boxing groups. It was like, which version of Floyd is better? It was the championship rounds on Facebook. Shout out to Benny, Ace, and Antonio. And, oh, y'all always sucking on Floyd dick. Oh, this shit. And it wasn't the white guy. Matter of fact, it was a white guy first. And then a black guy wanted to argue with me. Oh, you talk about something else. At the end of the day, I hadn't posted about Floyd in over probably a year. Seriously, you know, other than, you know, just a Floyd question, maybe a McGregor question. I didn't even post about McGregor a lot on Facebook. I did that on YouTube. But that one post triggered an emotion through both of them guys for some reason. Because that just shows you that they don't want you supporting your own kind. Or they tired of hearing about how great they is because black fighters have historically or recently historically dominated the top of the sport. It has. And I don't think black people should have to tone it down. And a lot of guys don't. Man, I'm not saying that you do, but a lot of guys don't. They don't tone down, you know, what they say. You know, they able to turn the other cheek and say, oh, this is an ignorant motherfucker coming on my post. You know, they able to do that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It most definitely is. And, you know, you shouldn't have to, man. And that's probably one of the reasons the brothers created the LDBC. You know, tired of dealing with the bullshit with the YTBC guys. So, you know, they created their own little genre of boxing talk and sports talk. And I understand it now. Fully understand it. And still, those same guys that was talking shit and getting mad and not understanding where these guys are coming from. But you can't understand somebody unless you actually put yourself in their point of viewpoint. And that's why I do POV videos, point of view. You can't understand where somebody's coming from unless you have been there or you really can just sit back, clear your mind, and actually understand, you know, where they coming from and what's their point. And a lot of guys can't do that because they can't relate. They can't be in a position where a lot of these black guys that's doing these YouTube channels been at. They don't understand it. They don't understand why they pushing Deontay Wilder so hard. You know, why they pushing Wilder versus Joshua. They can tell you, oh, we just doing it for fun. But everything you do, they take it for heart. They take it to heart. Oh, there's no way Deontay Wilder can do this. They can tell you we just hyping it up, you know, to get behind our guy. We supporting our guy. And you see a minute people on the LDBC start supporting Deontay Wilder. You got guys that did the YouTube video like the McGregor kid that started firing back and started crying about the situation. But he didn't understand what they was doing. And they told you what they were doing. They was getting behind Deontay Wilder, showing some support. But as soon as a whole bunch of black guys get behind a black fighter, it's an issue. You know, with some people. I'm not saying all people. It's an issue. Oh, you know, he a bum. Why they supporting him? You know, there's a lot of other guys out here to support. Why they supporting him? You know? It shouldn't be an issue. You should be able to openly support who you want to support. And it definitely should not be an issue. You know, it's an issue everywhere. You know, you go in some boxing. Sometimes you got to get a boxing group for your boys and not let, you know, outsiders in, and you be able to have real guy conversations. Real nigga conversations, I said. You know, you shouldn't have to go through your inbox and create a little chat and keep it private and keep it secret and be able to, actually express how you feel about certain fighters. You shouldn't have to do that. Guys shouldn't have to come to me and inbox me, hey, could you do a video on this? Or, hey, can we talk about this? And it happens more often than you think. In my honest opinion, I'll give you my honest opinion on here. I'll give you my honest opinion in the inbox. It doesn't matter. But a lot of guys are scared or fearful or of the backlash. Oh, they going to copy and paste my head on top of this, or they going to talk about me, or, something like that. And a lot of these guys that talk all this jibber jabbers and talk all this riffraff on the internet, you catch these guys in person, they pussies. They're nobody in lives. They're the most nicest people you ever meet in your life, in your face. But behind your back, those the same racist, race baiting motherfuckers that's on your threads and talking all that shit. A lot of these guys on these threads, man, black, white, Puerto Rican, Mexican, they not going to talk that real ish to your face, bro. So a lot of people getting angry and up in arms about it. I post what I want to post. And if you get online, you know how I do. I'm going to talk that shit. But most of these guys can't even afford to go to a fight. Most of these guys can't even get out their own backyard. So there's no need to even really go there with them. So like I'm saying, I just don't understand why it's an issue for the black fight fans to support black fighters and show their biasness like y'all, like others do. It shouldn't be an issue. If they want to talk about Earl Spence all the time, let them. Cause one day the rabbit might have a gun and Earl Spence might get beat. Then you could talk that trash. Trust me, the sun is gonna shine on your ass one day. Just play it how you play it, And that's just the way the cookie gonna crumble. A lot of people talk about my homie Corey at IOBTA Boxing. When he first got started, he ain't gonna make it. He making it pretty well to me. He on the grind doing his thing, and he does have an infatuation with Earl Spence. Do I find it funny? Absolutely not. I find it totally natural that he fucks with his hometown fighter Earl Spence because that's what you supposed to do. You supposed to ride with your hometown guy that came up with the slums with you, that you watch running in the streets, hitting a bag, that you could see and ask him a question and pull up on him and do an interview. He had no problem with you. That's representing your state, Texas. That's representing your city, Dallas. And that's what's wrong with black people. They don't support their own. And that's what you're supposed to do. But let me know what y'all think. We gone.